So Alex Azar is the Trump administration's pick for the next Secretary of Health and Human Services. Now, their last one didn't exactly work out very well. I believe that was Tom Price. Had to resign amid a little bit of a spending scandal, but again, that's got nothing to do with the story. Now, Azar, he's got a little bit of a different problem. See, Azar used to work for a big company called Eli Lilly. Now, this is a giant pharmaceutical company that recently got into a little bit of trouble. Now, one of the things that Eli Lilly actually does is that it provides insulin medication. That is a fairly important medication to millions of people who, deal with diabetes. It's kind of something that you need to live. Okay, fairly important, right? So, while Azar was working at Eli Lilly, he happened to preside over some price increases. Now, last November, Politico reported that Eli Lilly had jacked up its price of Humulin RU500. Now, again, this is an insulin drug, and they had jacked up the price by 325% between the years of 2010 and 2015. Now, Azar was president between 2012 and 2015. So, look, during the 3 years that he was there, he had presided over these gigantic price hikes and actually didn't do anything about it. In fact, he thought it was fantastic. In fact, Azar was a crusader against ideas that would make drug prices more competitive. They said, Azar spoken out against rules known as comparative effectiveness research, used to determine which drugs are most cost-effective for treating patients with certain diseases. Now, he argued, Azar did, that, hey, look, we should make all drugs available, all options available, because you never know when different patients might need different medicines. Now, look, to somebody who doesn't know a whole lot about the field, that might sound reasonable, right? Now, the problem is, if they make all the drugs available for any condition, then the government and of course, the patients themselves have little leverage to negotiate lower drug prices with the industry. It's not like we have a lot of choice in being able to do that anyway. Now, not only that, but Azar also served on the board of a company that specializes in helping public and private sector healthcare providers find loopholes in order to exploit, in order to avoid paying health benefits to people with insurance. So, yeah, that's a bit disastrous, right? In fact, this was TYT investigative reporter Ken Klippenstein, who reported that Azar served on the board of the Texas-based HMS Holdings Corporation between October of 2016 and November of 2017. And of course, while he was there, he made sure to help this company find loopholes to not have to pay healthcare benefits. Wonderful. So this guy has a history of working against the consumer. Well, guess what? He was just confirmed by the Senate. He is now the new Health and Human Services Secretary. According to roll call, Azar was confirmed with a 55 to 43 vote. Now, wait a minute here. Now, Republicans, they have a simple majority. Now, there are two Republicans that happen to be missing. There's Republican Bob Corker, who I don't know where he is, and Arizona Senator, I can't think of his name. It's not Jeff Flake. It is John McCain. So John McCain, of course, has got brain cancer, so he's getting treatment. He's having some problems with it, so he's not able to vote. So that would give the Republicans 49. But wait, how did they get 55? Well, it turns out that a bunch of Democrats decided, you know what, we're going to go with Trump's pick. And actually, they got the help of 6 Democrats, so my math might be a little off. They're Senators Tom Carper, Chris Coons, Joe Donnelly, Heidi Heitkamp, Doug Jones, and Joe Manchin. Republican Rand Paul was a lone vote against Azar, and of course, Corker and McCain did not vote. So that means if those 6 Democrats, and Senator Angus King, by the way, who was also on that list, voted no, then we would not have Alex Azar. His confirmation would have failed. Not even Mike Pence could have broken that tie. So that means the corporate Democrats just confirmed a Price-Gouger to be our new head of Health and Human Services. I wonder who he's going to look out for. I wonder who he's going to serve now in this position. So this is what frustrates me, because on all of these votes, these very, very important votes and these very important confirmations, which basically shape what the agency is actually going to look like in the future, we have these names that pop up over and over again that side with the Republicans, specifically Joe Manchin and Heidi Heitkamp. They're always the ones. And Joe Donnelly's on some, and you've also got, Chris Coons, Tom Carper, sometimes on those, sometimes not, but always Joe Manchin, Heidi Heitkamp. I'm getting tired of those people. You know what those people have, by the way? They got primaries. Now, if you're as tired of these corporate hacks voting with the Republicans and confirming industry picks for important decisions or positions, well, then I've got a solution. Primaries. Vote in the primaries. Look, there's actually a couple of really good progressives that are running against these two candidates. For one, Joe Manchin in West Virginia, he's being primaried by Paula Jean Swearengin, a wonderful progressive. And Heidi Heitkamp is also being primaried by Dustin Peyer in North Dakota. So check those people out. Get out there, support those people. I interviewed Dustin on the show. He's a wonderful guy, and he's serious about actually changing the system. So, and look, both of those candidates, they don't take corporate money. And that's one of the most important qualifications, other than being progressive on issues, is not taking corporate money from these, giant companies and these lobbyists. So, look, if you find those people out, go look them up, donate, volunteer, phone bank, and most importantly, get out there and vote. We can actually take the Senate from these corporate apologist Democrats. And then when we do, we can clobber the Republicans, because it turns out that most of America is actually far more progressive than a lot of these idiot establishment, both Republicans and Democrats, think. So, look, if we're going to do that, though, you got to get out there and vote. You got to get out there and get registered. Midterms are coming. There's a lot of important primaries coming our way, and there's a lot of excellent candidates. This year is, I think, different than any other year that we've had before, because there has been a wave, not just of Democrats, but of actual progressives that have joined these races, that are running on things like Medicare for all, that are running on things like a living wage, and that are not taking a dime of corporate money. We have one chance, and we have one chance only. We can make this a blue wave, and not just a blue wave, but a real progressive wave. So let's get out there, let's get involved, and let's get real progressives. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.